Good morning, Belle Isle. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Garry Conduff. For those of you who do, I'm sorry. I'm not really sure what to tell you there. You know, part of the red chair, our story, is to tell our stories. You know, and most people don't want to hear about my drug problem because I was drugged to church on Sunday mornings, drugged to church on Sunday nights, drugged to church on Wednesday. I was drugged to church every time the door was open. So we all have a lot of that same thing. I grew up in the church. So my testimony is not going to be as wow as somebody else's testimony. But as I grew up in the church, I gave my life to Christ early on, but I did it for selfish reason because every time I grew up in the Baptist church. I don't know whoever else grew up in the Baptist church, but if you did, you know that fifth Sunday came around, they passed the juice and the crackers, and it went right by me every time. I was like, what do I got to do to get this? Oh, you got to be saved. Okay, sign me up. So, you know, at 9 or 10 or whatever it was, I signed up, and that was really the reason I did it, because I wanted to get the juice and the crackers. So that was silly of me. And I grew up, and you would have thought I was the most angelic being in church. However, in the real world, I wasn't that way. I was not a good person. I saw things I shouldn't have seen. I did things I shouldn't have done. I said a lot of things I shouldn't have said. And I grew up around people that did the same things. But at church, in front of my mom, you had never known it. You would have thought I was the man. I was her favorite, is the way I like to put it. My brothers don't like that, but you know, whatever. So that's the way I grew up. And in school, at work, I was horrible. I don't know how to tell you that any worse than that. I mean, you know how it is. But the problem, I think, that comes from it is take violence in movies for a minute. Violence in movies. When we watch enough, they say that you get desensitized to it, right? You're watching violent movies. The first time you see it, it's like, oh, God, that's too much. The next time, it's like, yeah, it's not so bad. By the 10th movie, you're like, yeah, okay, it's violence in movies. See, I've been to church all my life. All my life. I've heard every story in the Bible all my life. I was desensitized to the Bible by the time I got to high school. I got to high school and I was like, yeah, whatever. I mean, Jesus, what are you doing for me? I mean, it's the stories. It wasn't doing anything for my life. And because of that, I led a life that was just horrible. And I could tell you other things, but we're not going to do that. So, anyway, because you wouldn't let me back in probably, but we're going to, anyway. But I gave my life to Christ at 17. It was emotion. I had lost my job, and I was just really distraught. And I was laying in bed and said, God, Jesus, if you're real and you really want me, take me. Let's go. And the next day I woke up, and I swear, the grass was greener. The sky was bluer. My mom had tried to get us to read the Bible with her every morning. Never. It was like, yeah, okay, Mom, let's do it. That morning I woke up and said, Mom, let's read the Bible. And I thought she was going to have an attack of some sort because she looked at me like, what are you talking about? And from then on, I had this relationship with Christ. I still struggle. I still say things I shouldn't say. I still do some things I shouldn't do. I try not to look at anything that I shouldn't look at, but it still happens. And you're going to struggle with it from time to time. But the thing is God is in here. And he shows up and shows out in my life all the time and says, Garry, I still love you. And if you'll just give your life to him, have that walk. It's not going to be perfect, but you're going to have that walk. And then God will take care of it from there.